Welcome back to What Are Noobs. This is a T-44-100. It's a Tier 8 Premium Russian medium. It's located on the North Spawn of Fisherman's Bay and it's under the command of Paradox Poke. Now I know it says MyMainIsEu and he's from REBRN. He is in Clan REBRN, but he has asked that he wants to be known in this game as Paradox Poke. Well, the T-44 is supposed to be the replacement for the T-34. It's the next one up from the T-43. They built 570 of these and they put a variety of different guns on them, 85mm, 100mm, and you can even get one with a 122mm gun. But the 100mm is the premium round, and he put a lovely round straight through the side of that Progetto. Now you can see he's got plates on the side of the vehicle which actually aid with deflecting shots, but well, he stopped around with his tracks from the CS44, fires one at him, didn't get a hit though, blocked, that's better, 291, go for another one, nice one, takes the CS44 out of the game. These rounds are capable of doing 250 alpha and they'll go through a decent amount of armour. As you can see here on this occasion is actually 190 on the standard rounds, with the APCR goes up to 247, so he can penetrate most of the enemies that he's up against on this corner. And there goes that Progetto. Times that one to try and get the engine bay, but he left it a little too late and the Progetto managed to get away without any damage. Sometimes I see a lot of players who do this, very cheeky shots, leaving it to the last moment to hope to put the shell in where it will do some damage or slow the enemy down or get a fire, but occasionally, unfortunately, you end up missing the enemy altogether. Now the T-44 is slightly faster moving about than the T-54 first prototype. They're both premium vehicles, and they were available on Frontline. I think you could get them as either rentals for a while. But the T-44 is the faster of the two, and the T-54 has got slightly better armour than the T-44-100. This is the faster one to move about. Decent gun. Oh yes! Oh, didn't get that one through. Bounced off the T-69. His teammate took around there. In fact, the Schwarzpanzer is telling him to pull back. In fact, actually, I think he's telling the Schwarzpanzer to pull back because he went in too deep. He's gone balls deep. He's going to be in trouble. Puts around into the engine bay of the T-69. They are overcommitted now and they're vulnerable to shots coming up from the town. The Progetto is way off in the distance, trying to get a shot on him. He pulls back. The T-69 goes down to our T-20. And I think Paradox Poke is deciding that he's going to relocate altogether. T-29, T-34 down here. Might be able to get damage on the T-29. Of course, he doesn't want to get shot by the T-29 if he can help it. Oh, he's got cheeky shots on the side of the T-34. Takes him out of the game with one shot. Now he's moving. T-29 just around the corner. He's loaded. Hello. Puts one in. Pulls back. Side scrapes off the corner. T-29 goes down. Shot actually came from the Schwarzpanzer. Oh, T-29 undamaged. He did take a round this time for 304. Another target. FE201. Didn't get anything off that. Trying to get a shot on the 112. Goes for the lower plate. Doesn't pen. He's now still firing the AP. Tracks the guy. Holds him in place. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, he took a round from the 112. It was I think it was an HE round. Was it an HE? Yes, it was. And he gets another round into the 112. So two shots into him. Who's around the corner? It's the FB201 who's going to back up on that corner, I think. The Renegade's engaging him so he can leave that guy alone. They're pushing now to the cap. They've got a 7-tank advantage. And Paradox Poke, well, he's a hard charger on this one. He thinks the T-44-100 is very nice. In fact, actually, he sent me 2 replays proving this. It has got a decent turn of speed, this tank. Okay, he's locked onto the Progetto. Auto aims one in. Progetto goes down, taken out by the T20 again. So that's 2 kills to that T20. He got the T69, if you remember. TVP, in the distance. Nice, times it, gets it right this time. 222. In fact, I think the shell went in the front. Oh, he's tracked. Gets another one in, and somebody go for the kill shot. Yes, and this time round it's the FB201 on our team who takes the kill. We're now headed off to the corner because there's only 4 enemy left, and there's one of them. It's a steel Waffenträger who fires on the move. Well, the Waffenträger's not looking at us. But the M12 and the SU-100 might be. He fires one round at the M12, who doesn't appear to be pointing in this direction. He can take his time over this one. Yep, gets that one, kills the M12. AMX 1357's coming back. There's only 2 enemies remaining. He's one of them. The SU-100 M1 is the other. I would go for the AMX 1357. That's the murder kitten, the one with the 57mm gun and a big reload. Instead, he's ignoring that guy. He's going for this tank destroyer, which is actually quite a dangerous tank destroyer, but he's going to come up behind him, give him a bit of rear love, and he rams him to do a huge amount of damage, and the murder kitten rams himself against him and dies in the process, and that gives Paradox Pokes the chance to have his way with this SU-100M1, wins the game. What a game that was. Hard charger? Yes. That was one hell of a game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's an ace tanker for Paradox Poke in the T-44-100, and it's not just any ace tanker, this is his first one in this vehicle. You can tell that because he gets the scrolls underneath the first time only. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, he got 4 exactly. He also managed to get a sharpshooter for getting 10 or more consecutive hits on the enemy, a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a master gunner badge for getting 5 armor penetrating shots in a row, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemies, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He got 5 exactly. And he picked up 2 battle hero medals. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And his win rate in that game was 10,809, which is Super Unicum standard and some on top. So very well played by Paradox Poke. That's not the name he's giving this one, but anyway, that's it. We know it's Paradox Poke. If we look at the team score, we can see he's right at the top of the table with 4,331 hit points. The next high scorer being the Schwarzpanzer, who went in too deep with 3,011. Paradox Poke, I think, decided, well, you only live once, you might as well go in and do it. And as a result, he ended up with a magical game. 2,476 hit points went to the Renegade, who was having a bit of fun in the town as well. And after that, well, it's that FB4201's 1,652 hit points to him. When it came to kills, it was Paradox Poke with the top with 4 kills, 3 kills to the Schwarzpanzer and T20, who actually kill-stealed a couple of those tanks, the T69 and the TVP. He got a Lever Slayer's medal in that one. The VK picked up a steel wall as well for blocking the most damage. And when it came to base XP, it's, yes, Paradox Poke again. He's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,492 base experience points. The only player to get over 1,000. 963 went to the Schwarzpanzer, 899 went to the Renegade. He fired 30 rounds in that game, got 21 direct hits, 17 penetrations, damage of 4,331 hit points, of which 529 were up more than 300 meters, so the vast majority of his damage was at close range. 10 hits received, only 5 of them penetrated, 4 non-penetrations and 1 hit by way of splash damage. 720 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 12 enemy vehicles damaged, so there was only 3 enemy tanks he didn't even touch during that game. The rest of them, he hit them all, and 4 of them he killed. 1,757 hit points of damage assistance, so I think that may be spotting assistance in this case. And he earned, on a premium count, 137,376 credits. And after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, took away 38,731 credits. Yes, he did fire a lot of premium rounds in this battle, but then he was up against superior tanks, not superior tanks, but a lot of tanks, and therefore he needed those premium rounds to make sure of the damage that those premium rounds would do. 2,238 XP from the game, 4,476 for completing the mission and events, and 224 because this is a premium vehicle, took away 6,938 experience points altogether. So he says the T-44 is nice. Well, it is. In the hands of the right person, it can be pretty deadly, as can the T-54 first prototype. It's just not everyone is as skilled with the T-44-100 as Paradox Poke showed in this game. So if you enjoyed this battle, give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. And there will be another replay with the T-44-100 by Paradox Poke coming up shortly, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.